Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled, At One Point Is One Obligated in Benching from the Torah? So it's an interesting question. You'll say it's an open pasuk, and that is correct. V'achalta v'sabata v'rachta. Person goes in and eats soveya. That has to be that he's filled up. A person just goes has a little sandwich and he's still hungry. Simple halacha, that's not svi'ah. That is not the biblical mitzvah of benching. That's the rabbinic mitzvah of benching. In terms of foods, we pretty much hold that it has to be the 5 grains in bread form. If one goes to the Sefer Chinuch on Parshat Eikev, you'll see something very interesting. He brings out opinions. Maybe it's the Shiva Minim, all of the 7 fruits of Eretz Yisrael. Chita, Sora, Geffen, Taner, Ramon, Eretz, Yishem, Dras, Devash. And he talks about that opinion. L'maisa, we usually hold that it is from the 5 grains when they're in bread form, and a person has achila, eating, and svi'ah, he is satiated, and that's a subjective level. One person eats this amount to satiate, this person has more and is satiated. What if a person is filled up? Oh, that's it. Had a really good chill and great lunch, but is thirsty, but is not hungry. Thirsty, but not hungry. So he certainly has satisfied his hunger, but he's still thirsty. So do we say v'achalta? Benching is over achila, eating. And he filled himself up, achalta v'savata. Or do you say once there's still a thirst, and he needs to quench that thirst, he doesn't have the biblical mitzvah of benching? So the Mordechai says, Rishon, not to be confused with Mordechai from Esther and Achashverosh and Megillah Esther. Mordechai is a Rishon, Talmud and Rambam Rundberg, 800 years ago, approximately. He says, if you have a thirst, you need to quench it. Otherwise, you are not benching biblically. It's a rabbinic benching. You are not totally satisfied. Satisfied means the food, you're totally satisfied, and the drinking as well. And therefore, that's when you have biblical benching. Shulchan Aruch pretty much paskins that once you are filled up, even if you still have a thirst, that still is defined as a biblical benching, chalta v'savata. But the Ramah does mention the opinion of Mordechai that a person, only when he drinks and he's satisfied in terms of his thirst as well, then the mitzvah is d'oraita, only then. Either way, we should go right ahead and be involved in this beautiful mitzvah from Parshat Eikev, and have kavana, mitzvah kavana. We should be thinking about what we're doing each time, thinking about the words, have in mind the feeling mitzvah from the Torah or from the rabbis if we have a smaller meal, and Mitzvah Hashem, have our karsa tov to Hashem who's given us the wonderful food. Shalom.